Hello, coin collectors, and welcome to DC Coin World International Coin Channel. Today, we're going to take a look at this coin on the right that I found in my change yesterday when I went shopping. And so, in the United States, they still do use the 1 cent coin or the penny. I know they don't use it in Canada, and I know not a whole lot of use sometimes in the United Kingdom, but I did get a few when I was over there. Of course, they don't call them 1 cent coins. They call them penny coins. Um, and so this one on the right is a 1971, and we can see that it doesn't have a mint mark on it. And so in 1971, if it does not have a mint mark on it, that means it's from the Philadelphia Mint. And of course, this is the Lincoln Memorial Cent. It says, "In God We Trust" at the top, Lincoln facing to the right, Liberty behind him, and then the 1971 here. And if you have a good version of the coin, and actually this one's kind of funny because it looks like pretty beat, right? But you can actually see a V, a D, and a B right under there. And see that faint outline of VDB? Victor David Brenner, who was the designer of the coin, and actually in 1909, or this first engraving came on in 1909. This coin is a bronze coin, weighs 3.11 grams, has the Lincoln Memorial on the back, and look at that. This coin kind of pops out a little bit, even though it's kind of dirty. If you look way deep in there, you can see the statue of Lincoln seated way inside the Lincoln Memorial. It says United States of America at the top, E pluribus unum here, 1 cent here, and there are some versions of the 1971 coins that are double dies, and so and those could be, they found those in both the D Denver, the Philadelphia, and they've actually, I think, found some in the Sacramento Mint. So let's talk a little bit about that. So this is the Denver Mint here, the D, and this is the Philadelphia Mint here, the plain. Well, in 1971, they were still making regular circulating coins at the San Francisco Mint. So there are some 1971 S's out there, and those are not proof coins in general. There were some proof sets made, but if you find a 1971 S, good chance is it's not a proof coin. Well, how many did they make of the 1971? Well, that's a good question. And in 1971 in Denver, so the D Mint here, they made 2.9 billion. 2.9 billion of these Ds. At the Philadelphia Mint, they didn't make quite as many. They only made 1.9 billion. And then they made 525 million of the S's. So you should be able to get an S, but you almost never see one in your change. And I think what happens is as soon as people see them, they pull them out. And so we don't see, even though they made 525 million, and they're not really rare, it's almost, you almost have to go online and get one. And this has, of course, the same exact back on it. Neither one of these is a double die. This one has a little bit more definition down in here. You can see Lincoln down inside. Now, these coins, when I say that they are made of brass, the actual formation on these coins is 95% copper. I mean bronze, not brass. 95% copper, 5% zinc or tin. So they can put either a zinc or tin mixture in at this point in time. Now, these are pretty old. So this is a 1971, so it's almost 50 years old, 50 years old next year. What is its value? Well, if you look in the U.S. Coin Digest, it is worth about 1 cent. The double dies may be worth $400 or more. And if you find one that's in proof or MS65 condition, you may be able to get $20 for a Philly, $6.50 for a Denver, and $7.50 for a San Francisco. But it would have to be in proof or MS65 condition. Where did this come from? Well, when I said that Victor David Brenner designed it, when he first designed the coin, and this is in 1958, the last year of the wheat ears coin. Now, some sometimes people think that the wheat ears have something to do with Lincoln's ears, and it doesn't. The ears of wheat, when they talk about that, they're really just talking about these shafts of wheat that you see here. They're not actually ears. The wheat ears reverse. You may have heard the expression an ear of corn. Well, some people use that for an ear of wheat also, and this would be the ear of wheat on each side. Semi pluribus unum, 1 cent, United States of America, but looks quite different from the Lincoln Memorial cent. The Lincoln Memorial cent came out in 1959, so this is the last of the 1958 wheat ears, and this is the last year they made them, and there's the D, and there is the Philly right there. Now, these coins, when I said initially that that I used the word brass, I didn't mean brass for either one of them. These are a bronze coin too, so they've always been essentially a bronze coin with different levels of copper and either tin or zinc thrown in. Now, another thing that people talk about is, when did U.S. go to decimalization? Because many of our viewers from the United Kingdom say, well, we know in 1971 we got our one new pence out. And this is, of course, Queen Elizabeth II on the front of the 1971 one new pence. And here it is here with the crowned portcullis. It says new penny on it. And that's another, well, let's keep going with the U.S. always had decimalization, essentially. They never had the pound system for whenever they had currency. One of the things that's interesting about this is that in the United Kingdom or England, they always called it a penny. In the United States, we call it a penny too. And while it does say penny on the English coins or the United Kingdom coins, in no place on the American coins does it say penny. It always says cent. 1 cent there, and you see down here 1 cent here. Okay, well, that's all we have today from the 1971 Philadelphia Lincoln Memorial cent. Virtually no value. Look at the great colors that come up on this, though. You can see the reds and the oranges, a little bit wearing through. This coin has been through a lot of hands, and it came to my hand yesterday in the year 2020, 49 years after it was made. Have a great day from DC Coin World International Coin Channel. We'd love to have you subscribe to our channel and leave any comments you have in the comments section.